Good morning everyone, and I should say good morning America. Today is Wednesday the 6th of March. It is now 9:10, and this morning for me second full day here in the Big Apple, New York. Once again I'll be spending the day taking in the sights and the sounds of this magnificent city. So I plan to have a look at Grand Central Terminal today, possibly Penn Station as well, Macys perhaps. There's near Penn as well. Also, I'm actually about to go in the Friends experience later on today. Well, I don't really watch Friends, but I do kind of know it a bit more than, say, for example, Sex and the City and other TV shows that have been, many shows that have been filmed here. So, and also meeting up with one of my friends as well. I'll be meeting him a bit later on today. Just getting a couple of things and then out I go. Right, so out I go this morning. And the weather is looking dry, but unfortunately there are some heavy rain coming up the east coast, up the eastern seaboard today. So what I do know, there has going to be heavy rain later on today. I know that, been watching all the TV broadcasts, all the American ones. It's been a joy to watch. So I'm going to go down to Penn Station actually this morning. Not a train squat, but just to have something to eat somewhere around there. As always, now when I come around, I'm getting used to this now, when I turn the corner from my hotel and I see Times Square. It's wonderful to be waking up to this every morning. So I'm going to walk down 7th Avenue, which is this way. You can see up there, that's the ball drop. The drops when the year comes in. So at the end of the year, that will read 2025. Who knows where I could be another year. So here on 7th Avenue we have the famous Macys department store. Look It's absolutely tall. I'm going to go in that and have a look. I think that would be like New York's answer to, say, Harrods department store in London. So, just off 34th Street, somewhere around here is Penn Station, which is where I'll be tomorrow morning when I go to the capital, Washington DC. I see it is starting to cloud over now. So just went in Macys department stop. Didn't get photographed because the security guys looked strict. Well, apart from a couple. If I'm honest, right, I found it very disappointing. Firstly, there's the NYPD. Tesla, of course, they're very popular here. So as I said, I found that disappointing. Honestly, right, it was just like walking around, say, Phoenix in Newcastle, or even Harrods in Knightsbridge, London. A lot of the stuff in there I could just get online anyway, and plus, as you know, this being New York, everything it was a lot expensive than normal. So in the meantime, I'm just walking along 34th Street and look what we have up here in the clouds. That is the Empire State Building. And, well, I'm glad I'm not going to the top of there today, because the top of it's covered in the cloud. And there's rain clouds on the way as well. But hopefully, on Saturday, I'll be going to the top of that, as well as the top of the Rockefeller Center. There's one of the Bendy buses over there. The buses, of course, look a lot different here in the US than what they would, say, at Arriva and go north east and that. But there's one over there. And there's the yellow taxis. And somewhere around here is Penn Station, 7-Eleven brand. So next up, I'm going to go to Grand Central. Now we're going to change onto the shuttle to Grand Central Terminal. what we call platforms in the UK, they call shuttles. They call them tracks here. So this is the shuttle that runs between Times Square and Grand Central.
Shuttle to Grand Central, step all the way in, this was the contract.
So here I am in the impressive Grand Central Terminal. And let's take a look. Oh, this looks absolute stunning, this. Absolute amazing. This is also my first taste of the railways of America. So you've got platforms down there, you get the Metro North Railroad from here. It's the East Balcony area, and this is just absolute, this looks just absolute stunning, this. But tomorrow I go from Penn Station when I go to Washington DC. So here you get trains along the New Haven line, the Harlem line, and also the Hudson line. And there are lots of platforms. I should say, of course, over here, what we call platforms in the UK, they call them tracks here in the USA.
Chief Justice
the Metro North Railroad. So what train's this, David, on the right hand side?
M7A.
This is an M7A, and on the left,
Shoreliner diesel first one.
Shoreliner diesel. I went on a train similar to this when I got the Long Island Railroad on Monday. Here we have some the diesel locomotives, 208, 231 there, and they do look quite impressive. So this is track 21. My first time spotted underground in New York.
Design from the 70s.
track 301, the 1253 Babylon train will make following
This train's going to Huntington and stopping
Baldwin, Freeport, American.
towards Jamaica and then Huntington.
Pacific will walk Amityville, Kobe, Winners, and Babylon. Boulevard from track 301.
So I've had a look in Grand Central Terminal and a nice look around courtesy of David. Behind us here is Pershing Square, and it is starting to rain now, sadly. Here's the... so what's this building then?
Battery Bank building, now Cipriani.
Alright. Battery Bank Building, Cipriani. Next up, we're going to take the subway under the Manhattan Bridge, and then we'll come back up to Midtown. And just right beside Grand Central Terminal, this is the Chrysler Building. Covered in the cloud. That just shows how low the cloud is at the moment. So we'll catch the 7 train and go one stop. This one across the Manhattan Bridge. So this is Grand Street. This is the last stop of Manhattan before we go across the Manhattan Bridge. shot and I'll have a look.
You'll know momentarily.
So where are we heading to now, David? Just more at camp?
West 4th Street, and a word of caution, do not take any fancy stuff out of West 4th Street. It's not a good area.
Understood. So we're heading to West 4th Street.
That's the station.
So this is Myrtle Avenue.
No, that's, never mind, that's the wall.
The wall.
That's just the wall. This is, yeah, it is the station, look.
Oh, that's. See some nice artwork there. Just saw it. Back out of Brooklyn and across the Manhattan Bridge where you go. What bridge is that one? Williamsburg Bridge.
That's the FDR Drive down there.
Chinatown. Nice. Come back into my hotel for a bit. It's now 3:15 and I am a bit annoyed. I bought tickets to go to the Friends Experience today on Get Your Guide, And thankfully, David has just shown us that it's actually closed today. That's just as well he sent us that, otherwise it would have been a wasted trip for us. Now I'm hoping to use my tickets on Sunday, and I've got time to do it then, but that has really annoyed us, that. And unfortunately, the weather, we've got rain coming up through the south, from the southeast, and it is making its way up to New York. Well, it is British type weather for me. Not ideal, but cannot be helped. Right, out I go into the rain of New York, and it is really starting to lash down now. So I'm going to go back up with David at Grand Central, and the plan now is I'm going to have a ride up to the Yankee Stadium. So I finally decided to get myself a corn dog. Now I've had these before, but not a proper one over here. It looks absolutely delicious. Right, I'm at Grand Central. Now my first ride on the Metro North Railroad. Take us into the Bronx. We'll go to the Yankee Stadium. So, my first ride on the Metro North Railroad. We're on an N7A train. So that's the express train to Crossing Harmon. now we see daylight as we head uptown towards the Bronx, and it is really raining quite badly out there. Right, just for a short bit, I've come up to the Bronx, and here is Yankee Stadium, which is a baseball stadium. I would like to get up and close to it, but I'm afraid the weather is not permitting us to do that. Straight away, I'm going to catch subway back into Manhattan. Right, let's go back to Manhattan. We'll do a bit of elevators, subway ride. train go one stop. So, coming to Penn Station, and here we go, 2 slices of some proper New York pizza slices. And I've got pepperoni and a chicken and bacon, They look terrific. So I'm standing in the Moynihan Train Hall in Pennsylvania Station, which is owned by Amtrak. And this is where I'll be tomorrow morning when I go down to Washington DC, down the Northeast Corridor. So I'm on the Long Island Railroad section of Penn Station, and this is the 7:35 going to Port Washington. This is where I say goodbye to David Harris, my mate, who's been with us. I could of course have tried getting some spotting or rail fanning, I should say, downstairs in the Long Island Railroad platforms, but I am not taking the risk. Reason why? Because they are a bit strict over here, although they do allow photography, but the staff, they are a bit strict over here, and they have known, and also the cops over here are known to be tougher than, say, the British Transport Police, so, and they could actually cause me a few problems, so I ain't taking the risk. Still raining, it's not bad now, but I think next I'm just going to go up to Times Square and just drop into my hotel for a bit. I just went and got on the wrong subway train, and now I'm down at 14th Street. So I've actually come downtown, so I need to now go back uptown. Now I'm back on track. So here is Times Square in the rain, although it is starting to ease now. Still looks an incredible atmosphere as always. As I was seeing in the movies here, look, steam rising from the manholes. So I'll go back to my hotel in a bit. And I've just tucked into a McDonald's McFlurry M&M flavour, which then is something you can't get back in the UK. And plus, also, they do serve them in a bigger portion size than what you would do in England, what you get in England. I wish our portion sizes in England were bigger, for my sake, I should say. So I've come back into my hotel room. It's now 20:35. I'm going to finish my video diary now, but I could actually go to, if the hotel's got a bar, I'll go and have a look at that. But tomorrow morning I am actually getting up early for my first ever American train, well, first ride on a long distance train here in the USA. It's been alright today. The weather unfortunately is what put a downer on it. It really did me head in. So I've been to Andrew's New York diner this morning, had some pancakes for breakfast. Massive. As you would expect, in the USA they were massive but really delicious. And I've met up with David Harris today, and he's been showing us around the city, like mainly on the subway and that. We've seen Grand Central Terminal. It's beautiful, that, on the inside, Grand Central Terminal. Had a look at the Metro North railroad trains. I've also went up to the Bronx just to see the Yankee Stadium, even though it was absolute rain and quite badly. And then we've had, eventually I've had some proper New York pizza, and compared to the takeaways in the UK, a proper New York pizza tasted absolutely delicious. That is also another reason why I'm here in the States, to sample the food. I've tasted American style food back home, but it doesn't get any more authentic than here in the United States of America. Then I left David at Penn Station. It's an alright station. It looks a bit complicated actually. It actually sort of reminds us of Birmingham New Street Station. There's one bit, the Moynihan train hall. That's where you get the Amtrak trains downstairs on the northeast corridor, and that apparently it's about 3-4 hours up to Boston, Massachusetts, and it's 3 hours to where I'm going tomorrow morning. I didn't do any spotting or rail fanning, as they call it, because the police over here, the coppers, they're a bit more, I would say, strict. If one of them was to pull us up, I could have been in big trouble. Although, of course, Amtrak says you can photograph, but I think really you have got to be a ticketed passenger to go on their platforms. I could, of course, stayed on the Long Island Railroad platforms, maybe did a bit there, but I was just a bit too nervous. So, tomorrow, I go down the Northeast Corridor line to Washington, DC, the United States capital. That's going to be a good 3-hour journey. I've done that route on Train Simulator, and now I'm going to be able to do it in real life. I'm going to be travelling on Amtrak's Northeast Regional trains. I'm on the train at 8:24 in the morning. I get back up here for just before midnight. It's going to be a lovely day. I'll see you in that part. Good night.